studios in Royal Berkshire. This is United Kingdom Talk with Chris Reardon.
It most certainly is. A very good morning to you, boys and girls. It's the start of another week, Monday the 13th of July 2020. Welcome along. There's been a little bit of a disaster as I started this morning. Just a minor disaster. Perhaps I should get you to guess what the disaster was. I don't know. No, I won't. I'll show you. There's been a... Look. Look. Oh, no, you can't see, can you? Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. Maybe on the other camera. 1 minute. It's not as bad as I thought. I heard a rip. I heard a rip. Where's the blooming button now? There it is. I heard a rip. Is it... There it is. No? Yes, there. You can just about see that in the middle there. There's been a little bit of a rip. Is it there? Little bit of a rip in the centre of the jacket, unfortunately. See, I told you I was getting fatter and fatter by the hour. Fatter and fatter and fatter. What can you do, my darling? What can you do when one is surrounded by Walker's cheese and actually with a little variety, little cheese and onion crisps? I'm permanently surrounded by. Yes, please. Is that unlucky, Monday the 30th? Does it have to be a Friday for it to be unlucky? I'm not sure, actually. Friday the 13th, I think that's unlucky, isn't it? Is Monday the 13th unlucky or not lucky? I don't know. Anyway, good morning to you. We're 10 minutes late today. Men have started work on my shed next door, so I'm very pleased about that. And take about 2 days to do that. At the moment, yesterday, I had a really busy day yesterday. I started about 8 o'clock in the morning, moving everything from the shed out into the in the hope that it's... Now, I did check the weather first. Wasn't forecast to rain yesterday, and it's not forecast to rain today until tonight, where it might rain tonight. So I'm hoping that we've got somewhere to put the stuff back underneath before it rains tonight. I think it said something about 8 o'clock, was it again? They were saying down here in the south. Let's have a little look there. Let's have a look. I think they said Monday morning on the BBC weather forecast. What's happened to the BBC local news? I know they took it. Here we go. Look. Yeah, as well, 7 o'clock tonight. And it looks 7, 8, no, it looks like a few hours. Sometimes if you see, look, here we are. Let me show you. Where's that thing gone there? There we are. Next hour. So we all got pretty sunshine. Pretty, cloudly. And then about 7 o'clock, look, all those little raindrops. But then sometimes they say that and it doesn't happen, does it? You know, so you never know. My mate, he's coming over a little bit later on. He said he's going to bring me halloumi burger and chips today for lunch. Yes, please, from Churchill's, which is like a fish and chip shop not too far from here. If you order it on that Uber Eats, it's like 24 quid. If you go and collect it yourself, it's 14. It's a huge difference, isn't it? Huge. I'm not comfortable paying 24 quid for 2 lots of fish and chips, thanks very much. Or in my case, halloumi burger and chips. Funnily enough, when I was up at the caravan at Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex last week, I keep promising my nephew some dinners, you know, for him and his family, because they've done, he's done quite a bit of stuff in my caravan recently. And I said, I'll get your family a meal. Well, that's happened about 3 times now. And we're not able to go because they're doing the shielding and all that business still. Same as myself, actually. You know, I'm very careful. I wouldn't be going into a restaurant anytime soon. So I thought we might do an Uber Eats. So I fired up the Uber Eats back up in Woodall Spa. Not in that area yet, you know. But I discovered there's a McDonald's app, because I eat that stuff, and I don't really eat that stuff. But there's a McDonald's app, and if you download that, you can order something on that apparently, right? And then on the way there, you push the send on the order thing, and then when you get there, it's ready, and you just pick it up and go. You know, take and go. McDonald's and go. That could be a whole new, thing, couldn't it? McDonald's take and go. Does that do the take and go? We need a jingle for that. Someone needs to write a jingle for that. Huh? So my mate's coming over later. And the reason I mention that is because he's got a big tarpaulin, I think it's called, tarpaulin, which is one of those waterproof cover things. And I could just put that across, the stuff that you don't want to get wet. There's a few bits, well, actually, it's all of it. I'll have to move it all into the centre of the garden and do that. So that's what I was doing yesterday. Incredibly busy and trying to get the new bingo up and running and everything. And that all seems to be working very, very well indeed. We might actually have a game with the new bingo today. I could do that. Well, have a little think about that. See how the time goes. And anyone that asked to be registered during the show yesterday has now been registered. There's a couple that have come in this morning, which I haven't put on there yet. I'll probably put those on there if we have a game at some point this morning. Won't be any prize, just for fun, all right? But there is a prize today, boys and girls, because someone is going to win. I mean, what a fantastic start to the week. You need me to give a little smile on your face during the week, don't you? Eh? And someone's going to win one of these today. Huh? In the raffle. 2 in a week. There we go. Someone's going to win one of those today. Anyone who's got a raffle ticket, they're all in here. All in here. Standing by to be picked. Okay. I know it often looks like there isn't many tickets in here. I think it's the type of bowl. Believe me, they're all in here. Loads and loads of tickets in here. It just doesn't look like there's many in there. If it was a glass jar, it would look a bit better. Unfortunately, my glass jar has broken. It broke. I literally tapped. I told you there was a crack at the bottom. Well, all it needed was one more tap, and that's it. It fell to pieces. I thought they were large pieces, and then I found tiny little bits of glass. So I had to be very careful with those. You don't want one of those in your thumb. With a splinter, generally you can pull it out. With a bit of glass, it can break in there. Not good. Not good. So I was going to order another one, and then Adam the plumber informed me that he'd sent me one, except it hasn't arrived. Royal Mail, this one. And that's the second thing now for Royal Mail. Seem to have lost a second item. If they've lost it, that's if they've tried to deliver it yet. I don't think he's done the tracking yet. Sometimes you can do tracking on these things. The one I ordered came direct from Amazon, and that got here. But I did order a blonde wig from that was via Amazon, but it came through Royal Mail, and that got lost in the post as well. I was going to do some TikTok videos with that, but never mind. Anyway, so that was yesterday. I cut the grass as well before I started moving everything into the shed, and that's come up really well. Remember, I put all new grass seeds down. Looks fantastic. It's really thick now. Thick. We like that. Some of you know that word very well, don't you? Thick. The ones who are complete pains in here. There's a few thick people on this channel, I tell you that now. Not necessarily here at the moment, but then again, they might be. You make up your own minds which ones. Which ones are the more annoying ones? The more annoying you become, the more you get ignored. That's the only thing I would say. Just a little word of advice there, my loves, okay? Drove back here Saturday night. Lovely drive back. Taking it nice and easy. Looking for the Lincolnshire countryside. It's beautiful. The M1's a little bit boring, but I'm not on there very long, to be honest. About 25 miles, 30 miles, then to the M25 and home. And I got back here Saturday night. I think it was just after 9 o'clock. Lovely. Lovely. Done myself a little bit of dinner. Put the washing in the machine. There wasn't an awful lot to do, to be honest. And sat there and watched the return of Casualty, which I'm very, very pleased that's back. And it was such a sad episode. Such a sad episode. There's this girl. Now, I know I do some of the same stories as I do on Sunday night here because there's a slightly different audience. But there's a story in Casualty at the moment where a girl, she don't know her mum. And she's found her and she met up with her, but it's not gone too well. And the mum wants to see her, but the mum's mum doesn't want her to see her. I think she might have a little bit of learning difficulties or something like that, and the daughter is distraught. I don't know if it's an age thing, but I can often see the whole story rather than the small part of it. Some of you would possibly be now saying, oh, what an awful mother to not want to see her girl, but she does. She does. You're not looking at the whole story, right? Other people would say, oh, well, the mother's mother is really horrible because she doesn't want to get her daughter to see her daughter, if you see what I mean, right? But then if she's got learning difficulties and the mother's mother is looking after her, she's trying to protect her. I can always see the bigger picture. A lot of people can only see part of the picture, you know. It's like all the protests and all that go on all the time. I can always see the larger part of the picture. I'm very much in the middle when it comes to looking at things. I don't sort of sway one way or the other. Same with the whole politics thing. I'm sort of bang in the middle, slightly to the right, admittedly, you know. I'm sort of almost bang in the middle. And most people, a lot of people, they only see one part of a story, don't they? You know? Talking of stories, I discovered last night a channel, Conspiracy Cats. Now, we got one or two people that have come across. We were mentioned big time, actually, on the Conspiracy Chats channel. And I was watching it last night. And he does conspiracy theories, and he pulls them apart. And he does it very well, actually. I was watching him last night. He gave me a big mention. And a few people have joined us from his channel. So if you're from there, a very, very good morning to you. You can do live messages on here. I do dip in and out of the live messages. I don't do the show where I just read one message after another. I try and pull out the interesting ones for you and the people that aren't annoying. If you're an annoying person, you'll get ignored, I'm afraid. But the interesting ones I will pick up and bring to you, hopefully, as part of the show. All right? But it's a good channel. And I think this week's show, he's talking about flat earthers. Oh, Christ, here we go, you know. Flat earthers, people that believe the earth is flat. And you see him talking about it, and then he goes on on flat earth people's channels. You know, people, you know, admittedly, everyone believes their own things. You know, you believe that, you believe that. What makes you a good person if you can accept everyone's views, even though you've got your own, you know? And there are many, many people who I completely disagree with. I could give you a nice long line. Completely disagree with their thoughts or perhaps their politics or something like that. But we are still good friends because we accept other people's beliefs. You know, I think it's very sad when you have a belief and then someone else doesn't believe in you and that person is evil and they must die and you never want to talk to them. Please unfriend me. It's just stupid. It really is very, very small-minded to be like that, I think. And but he's on there and he's ripping these conspiracy theories apart, and it's hilarious, absolutely hilarious. There was one bloke, he was trying to draw this. It might have been a lady actually, a lady or a man, can't remember. He was trying to draw this diagram to explain flat earthers and all this business, and it was all wrong. The bloke was saying he can't even do his maths right. So, number one, I want to thank him for mentioning him on my channel. And number two, do give that a watch. It's very funny. I wonder if he's done a 5G thing there. You know, you get people worried about the 5G. Oh, look at all the plants around the 5G masts. They're all dying. And smart meter people, you know. Don't get a smart meter because it will kill you and all that business. And what other people believe, like there's, I don't know, stuff in the air. You know, don't go near a nuclear power station because it's all coming out the chimneys, or, I mean, I don't know, all sorts of theories and things to do with the stars. Oh, dear. And the best one, I think the best one out of all of them is we never landed on the moon. You know, it was some film that was made to make us all believe that man landed on the moon, but we never actually went there. It was all filmed in a desert somewhere or in a cave. I mean, why would they want to do that? So I don't think there's any conspiracy theories that I believe, really. But he does rip them apart. Hilarious. Hilarious. The Conspiracy Cats, a YouTube channel. Give that one a go. All right. Talking of all that rubbish I cleared out the shed yesterday, anyone tried taking stuff to the dump recently? Oh, no. No, dear. Gone are the days, right, where you've got a load of rubbish there, whatever it is, and you pick it all up, shove it in the car and drive down to the dump. You might queue for 10 minutes and you push it all in there. For a long time now, we've had to separate stuff, you know, so the wood goes there, that rather it all in one bag, the wood goes there, the metal goes there, electrical items go there, small electrical items. I've seen some sites there, my dear. My God, small electrical items. You always wonder what you're going to find there, aren't you, my loves? Yes, things like microwaves, toasters, that sort of thing. Larger electrical items, all different sections. Oh, the paint one is the best one. The paint one is the best one because my mate had a load of paint cans, right? And he did the right thing. He did the right thing and he took them down the dump. Now, other people would have put them at the bottom of the bin, you know, in the black plastic bag and put stuff on top of it so that they can't find it or, you know, it would be difficult for them to find and it goes in a thing where it's not supposed to be. Hello, hello, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. No, you're supposed to take the paint down to our dump, you certainly here in Bracknell, and you tip it into this big, like, tank thing, right? But there's a limit. There's a limit. I think you're allowed to dump, it's either 20 or 10 litres of paint in one go, right? So my mate went down there once, and he had several half-empty tins of paint and stuff, and he's emptying them out, and this bloke comes over there, and he says, I'm afraid you won't be able to put any more in there now. And he got about, I don't know, almost all of them. And he said, oh, why is that? You're only supposed to put in 20 litres of paint in there. Oh, what do I do with the rest of them? We can come back tomorrow. Well, can't I just put them here now? Or could I leave them here and you put them in for tomorrow? No, I'm sorry, sir. You'll have to come back tomorrow and put the rest in. You know, that thing wasn't going to fill up today. I don't have to wait for someone to take that away and bring another one and fill that up as well. No, the stupidity of some people is just beyond me. You can understand if a large builder's lorry turns up with completely full of half-used paint and starts pouring it in. I get that. But, you know, someone domestic, the same as me and probably the same as you as well, with a few little half-empty things of paint and whatever, you'd put them in there, wouldn't you? What's the problem? Just stupid madness. But no, gone are the days where you can just fill up your car and go down there. You now have to book a slot. Yes, you have to book a slot. Now, I didn't really think anything of this. When we all got the letter round, some months, it was since the virus started, when we all got the letter round and said that you now need to book a slot and all that business, I thought, oh, okay, well, that's not too much of a problem. I don't mind doing that. So yesterday afternoon, I got me section of stuff that needs to be dumped. It's surprising how much you can find in a shed. You know, there's a lot of stuff that is completely unneeded there. Completely unneeded. And I went online to book a slot. I thought, oh, hopefully I'll get one this week. Here you can book your slot 7 days in advance. And I thought, oh, well, I want to go earlier than that. Nope. You've got to tell them 7 days before you turn up. Not because they're all booked up, right? That's the rules. 7 days before. Why 7 days? Why is it 7 days? So I've now got to wait. So I booked it there and then for 2:30 next Sunday. And you just know that there will probably other slots available during the week. And you get like a half-hour slot. Why it takes half hour to dump stuff, I don't know. But that's what it is. I've got 2:30 to 3 o'clock next Sunday, my dumping slot. So I've got to hold on to have a dump before then. Don't eat any fruit or vegetables. Why? Why have I got to wait 7 days to dump stuff? And you wonder, although I take a very, very dim view of anyone who does this, people wonder why you get what's it called? Fly tipping. And you drive, wherever you drive, you can now see fly tipping. Why? Because people either can't be too bone idle to take stuff down to the dump, or, well, it's a week. Oh, well, I can't be bothered then. I just dump it round the corner. And it's impossible to catch everyone. You know, if I ever see such a thing going on, I would certainly immediately report them. I would absolutely report them straight away. Although who you report them to, I'm not quite sure, to be honest. You know, the council or something. By the time you've rung the council, and you know how slowly they move. Dear me. I remember there was a car parked in front of my garage once and I was trying to go to work and I rang up the police. No, can't do anything about it. Ring the council because it's private land. Rang the council, private land. I'm afraid, well, what we do, if it's still there after 7 days, we get it moved. That's how slow the council move. Sitting there on their tens of thousands of pounds each year. Shocking state of affairs. Anyway, so I've booked the dump and that's it. Yeah, I was just going to say, what's happened to the BBC local news? They stopped that for lockdown, didn't they? But kind of that's a bit over now. Not completely over, but a bit over. And they haven't restarted that, have they? The local news that you get in the morning, you know. There's an Asian-looking man I quite like. He's quite good on there. He's like middle-aged bloke. He's the best one on the BBC one. And there's a blonde girl on there. Oh, I think she's blonde. Is she blonde? Dark skin but blonde hair. Does that sound about? No, I can't remember what she looks like. Can't remember what she looks like. She is as wooden as anything, dear. Like watching some of these YouTube channels. Wooden as anything. No entertainment value whatsoever. She starts to. And good morning, here is the London news. And she's like that. Like frightened. I'm thinking to myself, is she tied to the chair? Some people like to be tied to chairs, dear. Oh, yes. In fact, our delightful lady who's in charge of pain and suffering on this channel, Mandy Davenport. I may have another job for you, Mandy Davenport. I've discovered a job that I think you'd be very, very good at, to be honest. If only I could find it on my news-generating machine over here. One moment, please. Trying to connect you. Please hold the line. Is it that one? Is it that one? Is it that one? Here it is. Mandy Davenport, please pay full attention. I've got a job for you here, and you can earn an absolute fortune. Forget the pittance that you earn, whatever you're doing. Here's one for you, my love. In this morning's Metro, fancy exploring a new job, but not sure where to start? Now, I know you're a little bit older than this person, but these young lads, they like the older lady. I'm sorry about this, Mick, but incidentally, Mandy is married to Mick Davenport. But if it's money coming in, Mick, to keep you in the comfort that you are accustomed to, you know, breakfast in bed, 3 meals a day, nice household, nice and clean, then perhaps Mandy could do this sort of thing for you. All right? Melissa, who's 25, can teach you everything. 25. Oh, please do me a favour. Another snowflake. Another snowflake doing the job. Snowflakes are no good. We want someone with great experience like Mandy Davenport. Absolutely. There we are. Melissa can teach you everything there is to know about BDSM. I'm not quite sure what that stands for, but there we are. And it says, but be prepared to pay for it. Here's where the cash is coming in, Mandy, my love. The dominatrix from Poland. Here, she probably can't even speak English. There you are. You've got an advantage already, Mandy. These youngsters, they don't want to go to someone young with no experience at all, my love. They're not interested. Look at that footballer boy. What's his name? The one with the hair transplant. Him. You know. How old was that one he was going to see? Exactly, dear. Exactly. This one's from Poland. Makes, are you ready for this? Are you sitting down, Mandy? Sitting down? She makes £15,000 a month. It's marginally more than I make on this channel. She makes £15,000 a month torturing men. They go round to be tortured. She leaves them in a cell for days to tying them up and whipping them. It says here, while she has always been into the BDSM scene, which covers a wide range of kinks within bondage, discipline, dominance, submission, sadism. What's sadism? I don't know what that is. Sadism and masochism. She's never thought about making a career of it. The clinical psychology graduate is a self-taught dominatrix and runs her own fetish venue dubbed Sin Sinster's Dungeon. Now, of course, Mandy, you're going to have to think of a name for your place. So perhaps the millions of viewers all over the world that are joining us today can think of a little name for your very own dungeon, my love. It goes on, she says, I was always the one wearing the trousers in all of my relationships. I'm a natural leader. This is you. This is you. A natural leader, Mandy. I am a natural leader. And I like to have things my own way. Am I right, Mandy? And the boss people around. This is you, Mandy. This is fantastic. £15,000 a month, my love. £15,000 a month. That's more than I'm getting in rent. I was a good student, but a bit of a misfit and a rebel. Well, I don't know about if you're a misfit, Mandy. I think you're a rebel, though. Am I right? I think you're a bit of a rebel. I never really planned on becoming a clinical psychologist. I went to university for lack of a better plan, as is a lot of young people. Listen, if you've got children and they don't want to go to university, don't make them go. What a waste of blooming time that is. Kids going to university, not because they want to learn more, they want the university life. Parties every night, drinks, drugs, shagging all over the place. That's what they want. What a waste of a life going to university, unless you want to be a brain surgeon and you're willing to sit there and learn. She says, at one stage, I realised that university would soon end. I would need to actually do something. That's when it hit me that I couldn't see myself working in a lab or a hospital. I started working in business and finance. At this time, Poland only had one dungeon in Warsaw, and even this one wasn't available to rent. So she set her own one up. And then she shares what's going on. A regular session. Here we go, Mandy. You might not need £15,000 a month. You know, you won't have to work so hard. Here's your figures. Here's the figures. Right? A regular session can cost between £250 and £500 an hour. An hour. But the 26-year-old also takes special requests. One man forked out £1,000 for her to drive over his phone and laptop while he watched. I just don't get it. So a man, no touching, no nakedness, nothing like that, nothing mucky. He paid her £1,000 for her to get in her car and drive over his phone and laptop while he watched. We're in the wrong job here, Mandy. We are in the... Well, I mean, I'm in the right thing doing this. I love doing this. But, you know, if I could perhaps take on a couple of these little jobs, driving over people's laptops and mobile phone for £1,000 a time. Just imagine the studio I could have for that. Instead of these old umbrella lights and little webcams, I could have like proper cameras and things like that. We'll never make it off the super chats, dear. And just imagine the prizes I could give away if I had £1,000 coming in like that. We wouldn't be giving away pens, dear. You know. You'd win bingo on a Sunday night. Well done, congratulations. You've won a holiday for two in Barbados, first class with £2,000 spending money. Isn't it? £1,000 for her to drive over his phone and laptop. Well, I've never heard of such a thing. That is just odd. Another man, one of her personal slaves, has asked her to choose tattoos for him to get inked across his body, which she does herself. She does the tattoo. She said, I do love tattoos, so my personal slaves get the opportunity to be branded by me. One of my closest personal slaves is currently being tattooed with a full body suit of tattoos of my choice. We've just started. He's already branded with my name. Most requests include someone as an ashtray. An ashtray. So she sits there, smokes, I suppose, and you just flick your ash on the person concerned. There's some other rude stuff which I won't go into here, okay? She says, these requests might seem bizarre or extreme to the common public, but this is perfectly normal. And that's it. And then she's got outfits, PVC and latex. She says she will turn down the requests if she feels it's unsafe to perform. Wow. Oh, now listen. Listen. Before you think there's anything mucky going on, check this out. We do not have any we do not have any of that or any intimate contact at all. I maintain a strict clothed female, naked male convention. So she don't take her clothes off. Now, here you go, Mandy. Want a toy boy? Most customers are aged men between How old do you think? 70? 80? No! Completely wrong. Most customers are men aged between 25 and 35 years. But she also has females, couples, and some older men visit her dungeon. Yes. Anyway, I don't know what you think about that, Mandy. My love, there's money to be made there, my dear. Money to be made. Absolutely. I think there's some money to be made there, isn't there? Alrighty. I've got some pictures to show you today from... One moment, please. From Mr. John Parrish. John Parrish has sent in some pictures this morning. If you'd like to see those, I will require 21 likes this morning. Okay, so we got 11 already, so I want another 10. 21 likes and I'll be able to show you John Parrish's photos. Likes for photos. And as always, gang, if you've got anything you want to send in and you want it shown on the show, on the next show, do just pop it over on the email there, whether it's a video or pictures. Don't send too much in at one time, otherwise I'll choose stuff. And then what will happen is that I'll show three out of your 4 pictures. Oh, but you didn't show the other one. That's because you sent in too many. It was too much to deal with, dear. All right, so just send in a little bit at a time, 2 or 3 pictures, whatever, and I'll be happy to put those on the system, and we exchange those for likes. How do you do a like? Well, under the little YouTube video screen, there's a thumbs up and there's a thumbs down button. Hit the thumbs up button, and that is a like. That will put the likes up. If you hit a thumbs down button, that doesn't make any difference to the likes. They stay as they are. It makes no difference. All right. Bingo. Last night we tried out our new bingo software. It's working very well. I may have a little game today, a little test game. There won't be a prize, okay? But we did try it a couple of days last week. I've now added all the people that requested last night before sort of midnight. Everyone there has now been added to the system. So if you requested that last night, we might have a little test game later, and we'll just check that everyone's getting their email tickets. If you have Ymail or Yahoo, there might be a bit of a problem. Someone's looking into that at the moment. Okay, the people who run the email system. But apart from that, if you too now want to join us for bingo on Sunday nights and you haven't done so before, you need to ask to be added. Just simply send me an email to that address there, and I'll be very happy to add you to the system. I'll also reply to your email, okay, telling you that it's been done, and then you'll be able to play with us next Sunday night. If you know anyone else that might be interested now in joining us for the bingo, there's no limit to the amount of people now that can play, and it's all been sorted out, and I'm very, very happy to say please ask them to join us as well, and I'll put them on the system. Get them to send me an email themselves. It's always better that the person who wants to play sends the email, because then I've got sometimes, you type emails and you get it wrong. I've done it myself so many times, or websites or something like that. If you send me an email, all I do from that person is copy and paste the reply email, so it's perfect, and then we can't make a mistake. All right, let's say hello to some of you this morning. Good morning to Jason Hughes. Hello, Diane. Morning, Diane. I think you're one of our Yahoo or Ymail people, aren't you, Diane? I've put you in, and we're going to send out some tickets if we do a little game later on, okay, my love? And we'll see if that works or not. Good morning to Mick Davenport. Morning, Mick. He's not been too clever. He's been back in the older hospital again, haven't you? You were saying last night, so I hope you're feeling a little bit better this morning. Good morning to Peter Wright, the lovely Denise. Morning, Denise Andrews. Morning to you, darling. Gavin is in the house, head of Twittering. Good morning, Gavin. Let's see. Michael Lawrence. Good morning, Michael Lawrence this morning. Morning to Adrian Richardson. Mr. John Aitken is in the house. Morning, John. Scotty Daniel. Everyone's nice and early today. Look at that. Oh, my messages just jumped all the way down the list there. Wow. Why does that happen? Morning to Scotty Daniel. Paul and Lou in the house. Hello to you. Mr. Ray Reynolds. Hope your shoulder's getting better, Ray. He fell over a couple of weeks ago now and fractured his shoulder. Unfortunately, that's quite a long thing that they have to wait for, and not a lot they can do other than wait. But he says he's getting a little bit better, so hopefully not too long for you, Ray, okay? Morning to Gary Davidson. Morning to Claire. Morning, Claire, the lovely bird jacket. Yes, it happened. I mean, I've been aware it's become tighter. It's actually not getting any tighter. My weight isn't increasing now. It's got to about 13.7, and it's stuck there. But I certainly can't can't do it. Feel like one of those awful girls who go. Have you seen the girls that go out to supermarkets with crop tops, but they haven't got the shape? Why do they do that? Be like me wearing one. You know, or as we've mentioned on this show so many times, fat middle-aged men who go out and wear Speedos. I mean, I wouldn't do it. Why do they do it? You've got to have clothes that suit you. And with a shirt on, you know, you can get away with it. You know, if there was no shirt there. Actually, it looks really good tight like that, doesn't it? Tight. Do you like it tight, Claire? I like it tight, my darling. And I thought I heard a rip at the back, but when I turned around to the camera, I couldn't see the rip. So maybe it's just a couple of the threads that are gone, but I certainly heard a rip. But it doesn't matter while I'm doing the show because you can't see the other end of it, can you? Fortunately, you don't want to see my end really, Claire. That's why I've always got jackets that are hanging down below my bum. That's a bit big now, my love. What can you do? Just one of those things as you get older. Good morning to Michael Pullman. Hello, Michael. All right. Let's just scroll down a little bit there. Park Nest, a very good morning to Park Nest today. Oh, there's Mr. John Parrish. Morning, John. 18 likes at the moment. Only 3 more likes. And I'll show you John Parrish's lovely... And he can take photos, John. I'll tell you that now. He takes a good photo. So many people to take all their photos like that. You know, why do people take their photos like that? We like to see the whole thing. And John does it properly. So nice little bit of photography. Is that your thing, John, that you like doing, photography? Or is it just like a camera and now and again you take a snapshot? You would have thought, actually, you know, when you see some of the quality of the pictures on Facebook, it's just unbelievable how bad they are. With the amount of pictures that people take now, you would think they take just a little bit more time and effort, perhaps, to get it straight or focused. Or maybe that's just me being picky. Not that I'm ever picky, you know. Ray Reynolds, the local BBC News, London and the South East are joined together for mornings and lunchtimes. It's all over in a flash. Well, they don't do it at all on the breakfast show, Ray. That's the thing. Within BBC Breakfast I'm talking about, they used to have opt-outs. Opt-outs are the local news. They used to have it just before the half hour and just before the hour, but they don't have it at all anymore. ITV still do it, I think. You know. Old Piers Morgan is off for a while. Good. Bye. Only to be replaced by someone who's really boring in the form of Ben Shepherd. I can't decide whether I want mouthy Piers Morgan or boring Ben Shepherd on there in the morning. Oh well. John, caravan washing day today, using my new soap gun similar to the car wash. But yeah, don't have any high pressure on there, John. Really. Spray on, leave for 10 minutes and rinse off. Yeah. I found it very easy to clean the caravan. All I had was a hose with a spray, you know, like a garden spray head, you know, and it had that jet thing. But even the jet thing, it's not particularly, you know, powerful. It won't move a stubborn mark. And then my soft brush dipped in fairy liquid. Wonderful. All the green stuff, you know, sometimes you get green growing on the side that the sun doesn't hit. It comes off so easy. And really nice caravan I've got outside. Nice and clean. It's never been that clean. It's the first time I've ever done it, actually. So well worth doing that, John. All right. Okay. Good morning to James Humble. Are you still at your caravan with your mum and dad, James? Morning to you, James. Hello to Tilly Rose. Tilly Rose is new in the chat box. Welcome along, Tilly. Always been a silent viewer for months, but thought I'd come out of my shadows to say good morning to everyone. Oh, there's a song there, Tilly. Me and my shadow going down the road one day. But, oh, do you know, I feel that's a song I could sing in full. I really do. I'll make a note of that. Me and my shadow. Let's see how we do for time today. Shadow. At the moment, the blokes are doing my shed next door, so there might be a bit of noise at some point. They're very quiet. Very quiet. Ever such nice chaps. One good-looking one. Oh, yes. I thought I'd recognised him before. It's one good-looking one. Don't tell anyone I told you that. I'll be out there with my binoculars later. And... You know, you get just a certain thing of trusting people, and you do. And after I met them out there and they're getting on with the work, I showed them in the kitchen. I said I was upstairs doing some video stuff, and just help themselves to tea and plug anything in that they need to plug in for the electric and what have you. So anyway, good morning to you, Tilly. Nice to have a silent viewer pop up on the chat box now and again. Sometimes people start having rows and things on the chat box, Tilly. Just keep out of it, darling. You know, there's silly little rows that go on all the time. It's just unnecessary. I never go into them. If I see people rowing, I just skip straight across it because I've got a show to do, darling. And my show is more important than their rowing. Thank you very much. Welcome along. Tilly, there's Tilly there who has... Look at all these people wishing you hello to you there. The best welcome on YouTube. You will find people very friendly on here. Very, very friendly on here. All right? Scrolling down there. Royal Mouse says Adrian is not very good. I'm surprised that they're struggling. Prepared to... Amazon are very good, Adrian. I don't think I've lost anything from Amazon, ever. I don't think I've ever had an Amazon parcel delivered, right? And it's not been delivered, if you see what I mean. I've had them say they've delivered it and it's not been there, and I've gone to contact them and then they've said, oh, it was updated too quickly. Well, I mean, I don't understand how you can update something to being delivered when it hasn't been delivered yet. That don't make sense, but never lost anything from Amazon at all there. Let's just scroll down there. Park Nest fly tipping has increased 300%. I've never seen anyone tipping flies. Dave Holland sent in, talking of flies actually, flying ants. Dave Holland sent this in yesterday. Now, if you send anything in for the show on a Wednesday, I don't, which arrives on Sunday, I don't really include that in the show because that is the bingo show, you see. So any stories and that, I will hold over. But Dave Holland says it's Flying Ants Day yesterday. I've just been outside and they are everywhere, flying around and on the ground. I've got nowhere. I've got none in my house, so that's okay with me. Apparently, it was Flying Ants Day yesterday. Aren't they horrible things? Flying ants. They keep your mouth closed, especially if you're on a bike. Very easy to swallow a fly or something like that if you're on a bike. I had a wasp fly into my mouth, didn't I? Do you remember that last year? About this time last year it was. And unfortunately, at that point, I had my teeth closed. And the wasp only got there and it had a little bit of a sting while it was there. Very dangerous if you're allergic to something like that. That can kill you, a wasp sting. What? Anyone swallow a fly? I know an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. I know an old lady who swallowed a spider. She swallowed a spider to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. And it goes on. I know an old lady who swallowed a cat. She swallowed a mouse. She swallowed a mouse to catch the spider. She swallowed a spider to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps you know that one. Do you know that song? Very good, dear. Mick says he gets breakfast in bed anyway. Yes. I'm sure you do. That poor lady, Mandy Davenport, running around after you all the time. Should get up and make your own bleeding breakfast. Ow, but I've been ill in hospital. So? Oh, how long are you going to string that one out for, Mick? Oh, Mandy, I don't feel well. Could you possibly bring me a cup of tea and a large piece of chocolate cake? Because my heart is hurting. Well, you shouldn't be eating a chocolate cake, should you? I forgot that. There we go. Super chat. Anyone who's sending in a super chat this week, if you send £1 super chat, I'll give you a free raffle ticket. Okay, every time you send £1, I'll give you a free raffle ticket. That's the prize this week. One of our exclusive lockdown mugs. Once they're gone, no more of those being made. UK lockdown 2020, it says on there, and it says I'm a Chris Reardon winner. That's the super chat prize this week. We've already got a few tickets in there, which I put in from last night. I've written them all out. Okay, as promised, all your names are on there, my loves. Okay, as promised last night. I was actually in here last night until 1 o'clock in the morning. Seriously, after I finished the bingo show, I went down and had some dinner. What did I have? I had rice and beans I had last night. Yeah, rice and beans and a piece of bread. Or in a bag, my last bag of cheese and onion crisps. Then I came back here and I was adding people to the bingo system. So much to do last night. And I got to bed eventually at 1 o'clock. And I had the most terrible time trying to sleep last night. I don't know why. I think I'd been buzzing too much from the bingo because we had a good game yesterday. That was a good night yesterday for the bingo, wasn't it? Let's just scroll down a little bit. Good morning to Heidi Young. Hello, Heidi. Mandy next to get her kinky boots Everybody wants to have kinky boots. Parkness can imagine Mandy as a dominatrix. Fiona Hunt, good morning, Fiona. I heard BSSM, someone mention. Is that something you do, Fiona? Have you had any strange requests like that, Fiona? Good morning to Heidi Young. She missed the first bit. Someone came for the dining table and chairs. She's selling stuff, Heidi. Heidi's selling stuff. Well, I'm trying to get Mandy to sell stuff as well, actually. Morning, Fiona. Let's just scroll down there. Okay, you're chatting away to each other there. Good. Just scrolling down there. Okay, you're chatting to each other there. Heidi Young says, I knew someone who did the BDSM, what is it? BSM? BLM? No, that's the Black Lives thing, isn't it? I can't remember. BSDM, isn't it? I know someone who did it years ago, Chris. It's not about being naked or it, you know. I don't like to use that word in the morning, isn't it? Funny. SEX. I don't like to use that word in the morning. You know what that means? If I go, that's what's meant by that. Anyway, she says it's not been about being naked or it's about being controlled or used. The fellas love it, according to Heidi Young. Well, she obviously knows. Don't know what Heidi's into. That's a bit worrying, really. Heidi, let's scroll down a little bit. You're chatting to each other there. Where did we get to now? Where did we get to on that? I'm just going up a little bit. We don't try not to miss too much of it out. Sometimes I scroll across important things. It's very difficult seeing among all the other messages, you see. John used to take safari photos in Africa. He uses a Nikon. Yeah, they're good quality cameras, aren't they? The Japs make good Are you allowed to say Japs? Oh, you know what I mean. It's not offensive, is it? It's not. The Japs make good cameras and cars as well. The Japs make the most reliable cars, don't they? Yep, you look on the which car. What do you think is at the top of the list most reliable? Is it BMW? No. They're way down the list, mate. Land Rover? They're even further down the list. No, it's your Hondas, your Toyotas. They know what they're doing, those Japanese people. I remember seeing a programme which was done in a Japanese factory, actually. And they were saying, you know, when they get a car back in the factory which has gone wrong, that the person, like the people who have made it, take that as a personal thing. It's their fault the car has gone wrong. And I think that's a really good way to do things, to look at things, you know. That's my fault the car's gone wrong. If it was, I don't know, the window wipers, the bloke who put in the window wiper motor, it was absolutely distraught that the part that he put in the car has broken down. Amazing, really, how the difference in the wonderful Japanese work. I'd like to see Japan one day. I'd like to go there. Yeah, I'd like to go to to Japan, somewhere like that. Daniel Woodhouse was a photographer in a previous life. 35mm slides and negative film. You had to be more careful then. Yes, of course. That's the thing, Daniel. You would be sizing up this picture and it doesn't quite look right. Because you didn't want to waste a piece of film. Now they snap, and they just upload everything, whether it looks good or not, don't they? Heidi uses elbow grease for cleaning caravans with an extending brush. Oh, an extending brush. Sorry, that sounds exciting. That's what I've got. She used to clean vans on our site. Oh, you should have told me, Heidi. You could have come and done my one, darling. Do you want to put a bit of polish on mine? Morning to Tony King. Fran Green is there. Good evening, Fran. Good morning, Fran. Yeah, you've got a song as well there, Tilly, darling. Let's have a look there. Just scrolling down a little bit there. Who's having a full English breakfast? Cooking dead animal sausages in my kitchen? Well, I hope not, dear. I hope not. I wouldn't mind, actually. I'm not one of those vegetarian vegans who's militant. You know, if you want to come here and bring a hamburger around there, then that's up to you. I don't mind. I won't be eating any of it. I couldn't care less. You know, if you want to eat a dead animal, it's entirely up to you. Tilly's used to arguments from Twitch. Oh, yeah, all right, my love. Always a super chat from John Parrish. Just a moment. There you go. John Parrish has sent a £1 super chat. And also, we've got enough likes now to show you his photos there. Let's just give him a free raffle ticket. Pink ones, isn't it? John Parrish. There you go. Free super chat raffle ticket for you, my love. Every time you send £1, I'll give you a raffle ticket. There you go. You might win this. Okay. It's all packed very carefully. Don't worry about that, John. So thanks very much for that, John. Oh, another one. Is that a second one? Thank you, John. He sent 2. There's another one there. Oh, the little super chat logo isn't appearing at the top, so I'm not actually seeing the super chats until I've scrolled down within the message, you see. No doubt this will be a nice gift for the lovely Sherry. That's his missus. She does cooking videos. She did the most good, and she's typical Filipino. She's got that, like, the happy, just the happy outlook on life. The constant happy, hello, my name's Sherry. And she's got this massive, great smile. And that's what we want to see on here, isn't it? Not some miserable old git, who's sitting there. Thank you, John. Oh, Heidi used to work for the BBC, and then she went off and did her own thing. Used to teach also. It went digital. It wasn't the same. No, I mean, very, very different now, isn't it? I suppose, teaching. Good morning to Christopher Williams. He was there for the bingo last night as well. There's Sherry. Sherry says, you'd love Japan. It's very clean and the people are nice too. Yeah, I can imagine it. I can imagine what it's like in Japan. Parkness says my BMW runs better than my Toyota. Is it newer than your Toyota by any chance? I've had Toyotas now for, blimey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years. I think I've been with Toyota about 15 years now. Very happy with them. The service is fantastic. I think in 15 years I've broken down, as in can't move, 3 times. One of those times was a dead battery. One of those times some wire had broken inside. I don't know how that happens. A wiring loom, does that sound about right? Wiring loom. And another time there were diesel fumes coming into the car. On the other hand, it had done an awful lot of miles. I had a Toyota Aygo, which was the small one. It's like a space shuttle. Tiny little thing it was. Used to get in and out of little parking spaces so easily. So easily. And, yeah, it was a nice little car. But after it got to thousands and tens of hundreds of thousands of miles on there, and I started smelling diesel fumes. I took it in, and they said, this is the first one we've had in here that's gone wrong with. It was something to do with some rings or something. I don't know what they do. Christ, do I look like someone who can lift a lid on a car and tell you what that... Oh, that does that. I mean, I do know. Oh, it's the spark plugs. That makes a spark. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Oh, there's some wires. That carries the electricity. Oh, that's the petrol. It makes the stuff go. That's the oil. It keeps everything moving. But that's it. You know, I wouldn't know what to do with a car. You know, my heart goes out to all the people on here who can fix cars. There's a lot of you there. I know there's a lot of you there. And people like Mix Mowers. He's a nice chap, Mix Mowers. He's got a nice little channel going there as well. He can fix things like that. And my brother-in-law and my nephew as well, to a point. Which is just wonderful. I mean, it's absolutely wonderful. It really is. Where else are we there now, my loves? Let's just scroll up there. Ba ba da ba 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 da 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 da. Oh, it's John Paris. There we are. Where did we get to? John Paris. Oh, Peter Wright has sent in the super chat there. There you go. Thank you, Peter. I wonder if it'll be you who wins the cup this week. 764 for Peter there. There we go. Lord. Free raffle ticket for you there, 764. We've got our other raffle happening today, boys and girls. Don't forget, gang. All right, that'll be happening before the end of the show. Sherry and the cooking channel. Strawberry cheesecake. If we ever meet, could you make me a normal cheesecake without the strawberries on it, please? Like New York cheesecake. I bought, do you know what I've done in the past, Sherry? I've bought a New York cheesecake from wherever, Waitrose or Sainsbury's. I don't know if Aldi do those sort of things. And I thought, well, I'm going to treat myself today. I'll have the whole one. Not possible. No. I mean, it's very nice. Actually, I was around my nephew's house last week. last week, and his wife, she can do cooking. And she'd made these 2 cheesecakes, a raspberry one and a blueberry one. And she bought me a slice of each. As delicious as they were, 1.5 bits of cheesecake, then that was enough. It becomes too much, doesn't it? You know. Although when you go in Starbucks, you buy a piece of cake in there, you need a microscope to be able to see it. God's sake, how much is that piece of small cake there? That's £10.50, please. What? Do you want coffee with that? That's another £5. No, you don't see me going into Starbucks or anything like that. Where are we now? Poor Adrian's got a VW, becoming very disappointed, but seemed to always over the charge. What? I've got a Volkswagen, becoming very disappointed, but seemed to always over the charge of quite quickly. Always charge it up quickly. Is that what you mean? Always charge the battery quickly. But they're not very good at fixing the cars at VW. I had 2 VWs years ago. I had a little Golf Mark III, which I loved it. Little green one it was, racing green, very fast. And then I had a blue one, and that was a Mark IV, and it had endless electrical problems. Endless. The windows would stop working. You push the button. I mean, I'm not one for electric windows, to be honest. Why have we got electric windows? I mean, how lazy do you have to be not to want to turn a blooming handle? I mean, I'm trying to get a handle here to make my own electricity, to be honest. Morning, Maureen. Nevertheless, these windows would keep going wrong. And the doors, they would lock. Right? So you try and get out your door, and the electric lock would be stuck. So you'd have to get out the other door. Then you'd take it to be fixed. They'd fix that. You'd get in the door. Then you'd have a passenger, right? And then they couldn't get out. And then the back one would go. And in and out the blooming garage, this was. VW Mark IV. Oh, just pop it in the garage. What do you mean pop it in? That's a half-hour trip. That's a half a day. Yeah, you've got to go there, wait for the damn thing to be fixed, then come back again. And then the CPU went wrong. I think it's the CPU, some computer thing that's in the engine. So I went on that was fixed under guarantee, right? I said, as a matter of interest, and this was just going to finish the guarantee now. It was just coming out of it, right? I said, as a matter of interest, can you tell me how much would that have cost me had I had to pay for it? About 500 quid. And I thought, well, that's just another thing that's gone wrong. And I sold it very quickly after that. I sold and I got... What did I go for? That's when I went into the Land Rover. Got a Land Rover Defender. Oh, I loved it. Loved it. I had 3 in the end. The second one had a little gear problem, which I gather they all had this gear problem where if you went, I think, from 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 2, there'd be a little jerk. Like, you go like that and you come off the... It didn't matter how quickly or slowly you came off the clutch. You'd be driving along, change again, like that. Just a little jerk, nothing too bad. But it was there, noticeable. And I'd take it to the garage. He said, I'm afraid that's how they all are at the moment. He said, take the test one out. It's exactly the same. And it was the same model and the same year. I took the test one out for a drive, exactly the same. So they must have had some sort of little fault on there. And then when I got the next one, which was a silver one, that was fine after that. There was this particular blue model of a year that they had some sort of little gear like jerk as you went along. Does anyone like to be jerked as they go along? I think Mark Bowles might say. Mark's not with us today, is it? Is it the ECU? Thank you, Mick. ECU, the computer thing in there. Anyway, so I traded that in for my first. I loved the Land Rovers, but they were so expensive to run. At that point, I was big-time DJ in London. Loads of cash coming in. Loads, right? Not that I ever did it for the money, which I didn't. I really didn't. It just came on its own. That's what I did with some of my money. I bought a bit of a... I mean, you wouldn't really call it a flash car, would you? A Defender. A flash car would be something like, I don't know, a Lamborghini or a Porsche. And I have no interest in flash cars. No interest at all. You see, I wouldn't class a Bentley as a flash car. That is like a classy car. That's class. That's the sort of thing you'll find Claire being driven around in. Bentleys or Rolls Royces. That's where Claire drives. Claire's driven around in things like that, Claire hasn't got a little Japanese car like me. A Defender is not a classy car, and it's certainly not I call them those Porsches and the little boys that drive around in those from Saudi Arabia in London. You've seen them, all with diamonds all around the outside. Oh, wow. Don't do anything for me whatsoever. But I just liked sitting in this great big machine up high. And my God, did it make a noise. All of them did. Once you go past 55 mile an hour, the noise that they make. When you get to 80 mile an hour on the motorway, dear me. I love it. I loved it. Loved it. Where were we now? Sherry, I'll give you a New York cheesecake one day. Thank you very much. Look forward to that. John Parrish has got a 4x4 all-roader there. Yep, there we go. I mean, but as I say, the Defender, it was so expensive to run. Really expensive. And there was one time I took it in for this, I always remember, 70,000 mile service, right? And they did it, and it came to just under £1,000. This is 20 years ago. Not last week, 20 years ago. £1,000 for, my God, for a service. And it was at that point I questioned why I had it. Do you go off the road? No, never. I use it to go up and down the motorway, to and from work. That's it. And it was at that point I thought, no, this is silly. You're throwing money away here. It was at that point I decided, and I took it into Toyota, where, strangely enough, the man who had been looking after me at Land Rover was sitting at the... I said, what are you doing here? He said, well, I was going to ask you the same question. I said, well, I've come to trade in my my Land Rover. He said, well, I've just moved from Land Rover to here. It was the same bloke. How funny is that? Anyway, so I traded it in for a Toyota Aygo. So I went from this massive monthly payment to literally pennies in comparison to what it was. And we were all quids in, and I certainly noticed the difference in the money going out. Oh dear, wonderful cars, but very expensive to run. In fact, the bloke who's got the caravan opposite me, Rory, is a nice bloke. Such a nice bloke to chat to. He's got a really old one, 1971, which apparently didn't move for something like 20 years. He got that. I think he got it really cheap. But he can do things like that. He can do cars and what have you, So there we are. Scotty reckons Starbucks overcharge and they're not even that good. They're very expensive. Morning to John Aitken. We had apple crumble and custard yesterday. Delicious. From Marks and Spencer's. Oh, you lazy gits. Make it yourself, dear. Get it. All you got to do is chop up an apple or two. Just use normal... Don't even need blooming cooking apples. Just use normal apples. I have before. I have. But don't be careful how you put it in the oven too long. It goes all mushy. Like those McDougal... What? Oh, McVitie's? Who does the apple pie? Mr. Kipling. Mr. Kipling apple pies. It's just all mush in there. It's horrible. The Co-op apple pies are delicious. £1.25 for a large family one, which lasts 2 meals, incidentally. Fiona loves cheesecake. She loved the cheesecake there. Mandy, VW always overcharge on their price, says Mandy there, for repairs and never do a good job. Is that what you mean? There you go. There you go. That's Adrian there. Heidi Young. Oh, you're talking to John there. She's a fan of Marks and Spencer's as well. Side salads. Yep, large couscous. I don't like that word, couscous. Do you like a jerk, Fiona? There you go. Claire, I'll take you for a spin in my Skoda anytime. Claire's having a little laugh with us all there. Because Claire, she's very posh, Claire. She's got a massive mansion in Surrey. She comes on here. You don't have to try and fit in with other people on here, Claire, with the Mick Davenports and the Adrian Richardsons of this world, my darling. You be yourself. You can talk about your Bentleys and your Rolls Royces. That the butler comes round and the chauffeur comes round and picks you up in, my love. Please don't be shy on here, my love. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be proud. Let's have a United Kingdom Talk Pride this week, where everyone can come and be themselves. Claire can be at the front driving. We can have Mandy Davenport on a float with her BDSM gear on. Good morning to Mary Jane. Good morning, Mary Jane. Welcome to our little show there. Right, we've got some more stories here for you. As I say, mention the bingo. If you want to play bingo from next Sunday, all are welcome. Many people as possible. Send us an email there. Say, please add me to the bingo, and we'll be happy to do that. Fiona, I remember school days. We used to call a Skoda a skip on wheels. I remember that. And all the Skoda jokes. You know, if you're out on a cold winter's day and you want to keep your hands warm, just help push along a Skoda, that sort of thing there. Bought apple pies, says Fran, are too sweet. I love homemade apple pies, crumble and cheesecake. I tell you, Fran, when I've done them before, I put very, very little sugar on there, just enough to take away the sharpness there. And talking of food, in the Daily Mail this morning, celebrity chef Tom Kerridge has taken to social media to slam customers, and he's absolutely right at this, who failed to show up for reservations at his London restaurant. Now, I go along with this. It's the same as these people that make appointments for hospitals and doctors and places like that. They can't get there for whatever reason at all. I couldn't care less if your baby's crying, your child's not well, you're looking after an elderly parent. You still have time to pick up that blooming phone and tell them, I'm sorry, I can't come in. They just don't turn up. A lot of restaurants now, they take a deposit now, don't they? And so they should do as well. How rude must you be to make an appointment and then simply not turn up or tell anyone? Rude. Excuse me a moment. It's time for sneeze. Oh dear. 3 sneezes always. Oh, which I think that's like an indicator that it's pill time, isn't it? Time for pills. The famous chef launched into an angry rant on his Instagram profile after 27 people failed to show for a reservation at his bar and grill on a Saturday night. Looks like a pricey place, not the sort of place that we go to. Well, Claire would go there. You know, Claire, me, Toby Carvery, or perhaps a nice halloumi burger in Burger King, something like that. He pointed out that the hospitality industry is on the verge of collapse, and not by showing up, the diners had put jobs of restaurant staff at risk. Now, bear in mind, these restaurants, they can only have so many people in there now. So whereas before, you know, a big restaurant might have had 100 people, now perhaps they can only put 30 or 40 in there. So every meal counts. And they can't put the prices up to cover for those lost people, because people simply won't go then, will they? Shocking. Absolutely shocking, these people. He wrote in his tweet, your behaviour is disgraceful, short-sighted and downright unhelpful. All of you, no shows in restaurants up and down the country, and adding to the issues already being faced, you are putting people's jobs more at risk. Why do they book these places and just not turn up? Shocking. We put staff levels to cover the number of covers booked, and when you fail to turn up, it now costs us, which in turn will force very uncomfortable and hard decisions about staffing levels. You are the worst kind of guest, and it's selfish. I hope you have a good look at yourselves. Well, we all know about selfish, don't we? Eh? People that are just interested in their own agenda. It's wrong, isn't it? Kerridge's Bar and Restaurant. He opened 2 years ago. It does sound like a really posh place. It's probably quite expensive there. The restaurant, here we are. The restaurant boasts a swanky interior with an expensive menu, including fish and chips for £32.50. So that is an expensive restaurant. But nevertheless, makes no difference. That's quite irrelevant, really, I think. You know, whether you're going to Toby Carvery or Kerridge's, you know, turn up for your blooming things. It's wrong, isn't it? It's very wrong. Anyway, that's that story there. Mary Jane says it's really bad. Yeah, and Fran Green, it's disgusting. It really is. Fiona, they're so wrong, losing money, and they lose money, especially in these days. They should be ashamed of themselves. Why, oh why, don't they just tell people they're not going to turn up? It's the same sort of thing with the NHS, isn't it? You know, people don't turn up. You know why they don't turn up? Because it's free. Because it's free. If there was a charge put on, unfortunately, people who can't afford to go wouldn't go anymore. So it's very, very difficult to put a charge on to go and visit a doctor. On the other hand, if you charged everyone, I don't know, a fiver probably wouldn't do it, 10 quid. Or even 20. If you charged someone 10 or 20 pound every time they went to the doctor, they blooming well cut that non-show in an instant. I know they would. It's because it's free. Some things do need to be charged for, I think. But as I say, people who haven't got a lot of money then wouldn't be able to go. Difficult. Meat eating. Who likes to eat a good dead animal? Mick Davenport likes a nice dead animal, don't you, Mick? Eh? John Aitken likes a nice little taste of a dead pig in his little mouth. Well, in the Daily Mail this morning, plant-based proteins will not boost muscle health as much as eating meat as we get older. A study suggests, and there's a lot of us on here who are sort of over the age of like 50 now, or just coming up to it, aren't we? I was watching my my brother-in-law's video yesterday. Him and my sister, they've got this old pond which is now empty, which they're having done and trying to get someone in, and I'm trying to get someone in to do it. And he wasn't coming back to him, and eventually he says, "Oh, well, I can't do it this year." But they had to pressure him into getting that out of him. You see, again, why is it people turn up to do jobs? I'll get back to you, and then you don't hear from them again. Why can't they just tell you? I'm sorry, I don't want the job. Fine, you don't need a reason. If you don't want it, you don't want it. I'll find someone else. But they don't, do they? You hang on. Then you hang on and another week is missed because you've been waiting for them to come back to you. Well, they're doing it. They're having their garden done. All landscaped. Proper, like, professional landscaping in their garden. I was watching it last night. Martin and my sister. And he's a vegetarian. Martin, my brother-in-law. Yeah, he became vegetarian in January. He was only doing it for a month and he's kept on it. He's lost massive amounts of weight. Massive. It says plant-based proteins will not boost muscle health as much as eating meat as we get older, as study suggests. And I mentioned him because, you know, he mentioned yesterday we're all coming up to 60 now. 60! It just don't seem possible. It really doesn't. Researchers found that animal protein is more effective than plant protein in preventing muscles wasting away. The UK has 600,000 vegans, and many have joined the booming trend for health, animal welfare, or environmental reasons. I'm vegetarian. I joined that for animal welfare. I saw factory farming videos that would give you nightmares, and they're all available on YouTube. Just type in factory farming cows or something like that. I watched a few of those one night and that was it. There and then, stopped. Didn't want anything to do with it anymore. A lot of people hold their head under, you know, the sort of crowd of people, oh, I don't want to know. You know, but that's up to you, you know, what you do. It's not for me to shove it down your mouth. None of my choices to be shoved down anyone's mouths. If the study found that vegans would need to eat a lot more grains, pulses and beans if they want to get the same benefit that meat, dairy and eggs offer to ageing bodies. Well, I think I pass on the beans, don't I? I definitely pass on the beans. Oh, I haven't done John's photos yet. We'll do those next. The researchers from King's College London suggest people should eat a balance of both animal and plant proteins. It says, while we know that plant-based diets are beneficial for the environment, we don't know how healthy these diets are for keeping muscles strong. Transitioning from animal-based protein diet to a plant-based protein diet is likely to be detrimental to muscle health during aging. Muscles are kept strong by amino acids, and then it gets a little bit technical, bolstered during exercise or from animal proteins, and as the body ages, it needs extra in preventing muscles from wasting. Well, it says there exercise or animal, so I don't know if like an hour and a half walk a day would do it. I don't know. It says plant-based proteins can do the same, but the quantity needs to be a lot higher to have that effect, said the lead researchers. While vegans have ditched meat and dairy for a number of reasons, including health, animal welfare and protect the environment, study suggests that they may be better off balancing the diet with both animal and plant proteins. So if you are a dead animal eater, I think probably most of you are on this channel, then that's good news for you, isn't it, my darlings? All right? Oh, Jason Hughes likes a bacon sandwich. There we are. I know he does, doesn't he? Where are we now? Fiona doesn't. Are you vegetarian as well, Fiona? Oh, I didn't know that. Well, are you vegetarian or vegan, Fiona? Vegan is quite hard to do, actually, isn't it? You've got to read. Certainly, if you you've virtually got to make everything from scratch. If you read like boxes and things like that, like because vegans, they won't touch anything to do with animals at all, like honey, no dairy, nothing like that, isn't it? The dairy industry is quite cruel as well, you know. John Aitken, my burger in Saturday was delicious. Again from M&S. Have you got shares in M&S or something, John? You're on there all the time. I'm going to have to start charging Marks and Spencers in a moment, dear. We seem to be suddenly sponsored by M&S without actually receiving any cash from them. Send cash immediately. Someone contact M&S straight away. Come on, gang. Michael Lawrence loves a beef burger, don't you, darling? Mary Jane misses a good double whopper from Burger King. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, okay. I'll go along with that, Mary. I used to enjoy the Whopper. They do a halloumi burger. Oh, they don't always seem to have it. They do a bean burger. That's all right. The bean burger. I'd tell you where they do a really nice vegan burger. TGI Fridays. Very nice indeed. But why is it so dear? Why is a vegan burger the same price as a dead animal burger? I mean, it must be cheaper to make a vegan burger than a dead animal burger, surely. And nothing's had to have a bullet in its head, has it? Fran Green likes a lamb roast. Oh, those poor lambs, Fiona. They're not even a few months old, my love. Jason, talking of dead animals, my sausage, bacon and egg awaits me in Greg's. All open now, aren't they, Greg's? Yes. Adrian, they should take deposits when people book a restaurant. Yes, some of them do now. And they should. They should take deposits and make them non-refundable. We could do that in a doctor's, but that would incur secretaries. What are they called? Administrating, wouldn't it? If you did like book the doctor's thing and charged you like 25 quid, right? If you got there, you'd then refund the 25 quid. That would work. But then that requires more staff to be able to do something like that, doesn't it? Yeah. John, why did God create all these animals, dear? To walk around the earth. Why has he created you? Why has he created you, John? What have you contributed to this planet? I mean, you're out there taking a few photographs, you know. The little animals are there to enjoy their life and walk around the same as you, dear. Something to come along and eat us one day, I'm sure it will. Well, I mean, the flies have a good job, don't they? Horse flies and mosquitoes, they try and eat us alive. Fiona eats fish. Yeah, pescatarian. That's pescatarian. I won't eat anything with a face, Fiona. Chris Williams likes a full English breakfast, but I'm allergic to tomatoes. Oh, I don't know anyone who's allergic to tomatoes. Eggs, usually. Right, come on, let's show John Parrish's. John Parrish has sent in some photos. Okay, let me just bring up the little stories there. 1 minute now. Thank you, Tony King. Got your email there, Tony. Thank you. You'll be added to the new bingo system. Just a reminder, gang. The old bingo system finished now. If you want to play bingo from next Sunday, you need to re-register. If you've done it already and I've replied to you, you're done, okay? Most people are done. If you haven't done it yet, send me an email to that address there. Please register me for bingo or something like that, and I'll put you on the system and reply to you to let you know that that's happened. Okay? So let me just find John Parish's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 emails, John. Can we restrict ourselves, dear, to one email a day? There are other people. Right, here we go. Let's bring up these wonderful pictures John has sent in. They're on a sort of rotation, so we'll see where we get to. There we go. That is a restaurant. Look at that. It is a local restaurant. I would love to eat there, wouldn't you? How fantastic that looks. Local restaurant in the Philippines. Now, that's them in New York. I think that's the one. I'm sure that's the one there. They're in New York. Yeah, that's definitely New York down there. I like the carpet there. Outside one of Trump's places there. There we are. I think there's one more, which one is it? Their garden feature. There we are. Look at that garden feature. Isn't that great? Look at the spider plant in the back there. Look at the spider. I like spider plants. So there's John Pictures. We'll let them come round again, actually, so you get a good look. Who wants to go there and have a meal? Answer, me. I'd love to have a meal there. I think I'd like the Philippines. I like going in and out of churches. Seeing churches. New York again. Love the carpet there. I really like that carpet there. Is it Times Square there? You must be very close to it anyway. A Trump building. I don't know exactly where that one is. Us in New York. Is that one? What is that one? I don't know what that one is there. Just a Trump building. Picture of them in a Trump building. And there's their garden feature. Thanks so much for that, John. Great pictures from... And see how clear they are and how perfect he does his pictures. Can all pictures be perfect like that when they come through, please? Thank you very much. Mary Jane likes a full English breakfast. I tell you what are nice. Linda McCartney sausages. Again, that's something my brother-in-law enjoys. Linda McCartney sausages. Very nice indeed. Good. Right, that's that. Where are we going now? Talking of food, what about this bloke in the Sun this morning? A furious man who bit a seagull. He bit a seagull. Like that. Because it tried to steal his McDonald's. It's been detained. Police say that the 26-year-old grabbed the bird and sank his teeth into it before throwing it on the floor. The man claimed he was being attacked by the bird as he tucked into his McDonald's feast in Plymouth city centre. Officers witnessed the incident on July the 9th and arrested the man who claimed to be on drugs. He was I can't see that somehow. He was subsequently taken to hospital for treatment. A police spokesman said the seagull was clearly injured by the incident but flew off before we were able to check on its welfare. Oh, well, it can't have been that bad. If it still flew off, then get it. Posting on their official Twitter account, Charles Cross Neighbourhood Police Team said, yesterday we detained a male who attacked and injured a seagull in the city centre. Love them or loathe them, seagulls are protected. Did you know that? Under the Wildlife Countryside Act 1981, but the bird flew away before we could check its welfare. Oh boy, only wanted a little bit of a McDonald's. Poor seagull. Poor little seagull there, isn't it, eh? Dear me. And it's time, ladies, to get your nails done again. It's time to get your nail bars are opening. Would you be going? I wouldn't be going. Nope. Nope. You know what I'm like on this virus thing. No way. But nevertheless, on the BBC news site this morning, because I have direct contact with the BBC now, you know that, don't you? Since my world-famous interview in January on BBC Look North, I've got all connections everywhere, darling. Connection. Direct access to their massive news computer coming in to this studio. What YouTube channels can do that, eh? Answer? None. Only me. Beauty salons, spas, tattoo parlours and now bars are welcoming back their first clients for almost 4 months as lockdown restrictions ease further in England. But some treatments such as eyebrow threading are still banned. Why eyebrow threading? Why would that be then? Leaving many saloons unable to reopen. In Scotland, indoor shopping centres are allowed to reopen. In Wales, pubs, bars and restaurants can start serving customers outdoors while hairdressers can also reopen. Do you know, it's been months since I walked through Bracknell Town Centre. Months. Months. The only places I've been to are Aldi and Lidl late at night. They are the only shops I've been into now since January. Those two shops, that's it. And the Co-op. Weird, isn't it? So there we are. Lots of those places now are open. So you can go and get your nails done in the ones that are open. They always seem to have something wrong with them, don't they? Those people that work in those nail shops. Because even before this whole virus thing, they'd all be in there with these masks on. And I often wondered to myself, what sort of terrible... Is it like a terrible disease that all these people that work in nail shops have got? They're all standing there sitting there with their little masks on, and little brushes, doing your nails, all like you like them, don't they? Not for me, darling. My niece, my nephew's wife said she was going to do my toenails. I'm looking forward to that. They have now almost completely recovered from their evil viruses that were hiding underneath the nails. It's all grown out now. I haven't got it here, I don't think. I saw the most vile picture of someone who had left their toenails with the little, the viruses, the little white stuff that grows sometimes underneath them. Because it takes forever. It takes months to get rid of it. Months. Right? And anyway, this person had obviously done nothing about it. The nails and the feet were in such the most dreadful state you've ever seen in your life. And I sent the picture to my nephew's wife saying, "Do you think my feet look all right now?" Do you know, I might have a foot spa tonight, actually. I've got a foot spa downstairs. Anyone got a foot spa? Mary Jane, my tattooist, is opening on the 28th, so a little while. Not down there in Wales yet. Fiona, who's Lou? Is that your husband, Fiona, or boyfriend or whatever? Lou does mine. I'm not going to no nail bar. No. Parkness seagulls are protected by law. Well, I didn't know that. Mary doesn't like seagulls. No, not me, really. No. Seagulls, great big things. One landed on my nephew's wife's shoulder while she was having chips. She screamed her head off. I thought it was hilarious. Don't tell her, for Christ's sake. We haven't done the raffle yet. No, not yet. Not yet. I'll tell you what. How many stories have we got here? We've still got quite a few stories here to read. I would like to do a game of bingo today. I'm going to send out bingo tickets. Right. Let's send out some bingo tickets and we'll have a test game today. Right, hang on a minute. I just need to create a game. Manage games, add game. Right, I'll title this for you. Test game, Monday, 10:40 a.m. Okay? 13:07:20. Right. Let's add everyone in. And save. Right, fingers crossed. And close. Games. Set current game. Which is that one. Set current games. Selected. Yes. Right, we've set the game. And now I've got to send out the cards. 1 minute. Sending out the cards. Morning, gang. What did I say? 10:40? I said 10:40, didn't I? Did I say 10:40? Morning, gang. Going to try out this with this morning's show. Don't know if you can't make it. And there we are. Oh. Chris Reardon. There we go. I've signed it at the bottom there. And here we go. We're going to send out now. Test game 13:07:20. Sending. Right, you should get a bingo ticket shortly, gang. Just a little test game. There's no prize or anything like that, okay? Talking of virus, it reckons here more than 100 coronavirus flare-ups are being dealt with swiftly and silently each week across the UK. Now, I'm a bit concerned at how that's been put. What does he mean, swiftly and silently? It sounds like something that Mandy Davenport would do. Yeah, it sounds like people are like being perhaps dragged off the street and shot and buried somewhere. It does. That's it. It says in the Metro, more than 100 coronavirus flare-ups are being dealt with swiftly and silently each week across the UK. I love it. I don't know who wrote that out. They got some sort of sick sense of humour there. Matt Hancock described how officials have been working to hunt down the virus, possibly with bows and arrows, knowing how well that this government has dealt with this, which is very badly, isn't it? Possibly Matt and Boris. Who's the other one who went on holiday? Dominic Cummings. Perhaps they're all out there with bow and arrows. That one's got it. Oh dear. They've been working to hunt down the virus by targeting areas of concern and increasing the number of tests taking place. This then allowed them to take local action instead of imposing national measures. I love it. I love it. I love it. So there we are. Swiftly and silently. You know, so if you come into the chat room tomorrow, or you join us for the show tomorrow, there's a few people missing. They may well have been dealt with swiftly and silently by our Boris. Okay? Mary Jane's going to get a shower. We'll probably still be here when you come out, Mary. Okay. Oh, Fiona, that's your other half. She's your other half, is she, Lou? So welcome. Does she pop onto the channel at all sometimes? Good. Right. One more story, then we'll do today's raffle, boys and girls. And how to save houseplants. How you going to do it? Ladies, you may be able to help the poor old chaps with this one, my darlings. And it's such a simple thing. And when you think about it, it's easy. You know, when you go away for a while and you want to keep those plants watered, most of you haven't got, same as me, I haven't got one of those like automatic watering systems or anything like that. They can be a bit pricey, something like that. The tray of water underneath the plant isn't always a good thing. Well, in the Daily Mirror this morning, I'm terrible at looking after plants. There, I said it. This is the reporter in the Daily Mirror today. Courtney, her name is Courtney. She says, it doesn't seem to matter what I do. One way or another, they just always seem to end up dead. Do I not give them enough sunlight? Too much sunlight? Too little water? Too much water? I'm not sure. But at least now, there seems to be a simple solution for one of these issues. If you find that you're accidentally overwatering your houseplants, you might want to grab a tampon. Yes, really, she says. The trick was shared online by a woman who's in Canberra in Australia called Empress Airy. Writing in a post on her Facebook page, she's a burlesque dancer, explained, well, need a laugh and a hack. She says, I've overwatered a few of my HUMOURs. HUMOURs, I know what they are, of late. I was worried about these new ones having the same issue. I saw this tip in the comments of another group and decided to try it myself. I don't use tampons, but I had them at the back of the cupboard and half the packets were damaged and were rubbish anyway. So I thought I would give it a go and it worked. So what she did, where are we now? Where's the rest of that story gone? There it is. So she continued, so much moisture drawn out of the soil in only a few hours. So if you accidentally overwater your water-sensitive plants, plug a tampon in. They have doubled in size. Overwatering plants is an issue as it can cause the leaves to wilt and turn brown. I've had that so many times before. Usually with what are those things called? Maureen buys me one sometimes. Orchids. So easy to overwater orchids. It says, when roots rot, they turn brown or grey and can look slimy. The roots are essentially drowning. So if you think you're overwatering them, put the tampon in. One would presume, actually, it doesn't mention this on there, one would presume that if you've put too much water in and you've put the tampon in to suck the water back out, would that tampon then hold the water for when the plant actually needs it, I wonder, and draw it back in again? Might work like that, doesn't it? Anyone tried that one? Anyone tried that one? Very, very strange and mysterious. Very, very very, very strange and mysterious. Okay. Claire's got her bingo cards. Excellent. All right, we'll just wait for those bingo tickets to come out and keep our fingers crossed there. See what happens. Where else are we going now? Good. Yeah, I've got my bingo ticket as well there. Okay. There we are. Now, raffle time. Let's do the raffle, gang. Doing the raffle now, all right? Okay, raffle tickets ready. Here are our raffle tickets for this week. Someone is about to win a fruit magnet. Ba 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 ba. There we go. Fridge magnet coming up now, boys and girls. Fridge magnet. Boop, 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 boop. Stirring the tickets. Here they all are in here. We're standing by with the drum rolls. Possibly the most exciting part of your entire day and week is about to happen, gang. Here we go. One moment now. Are you ready? Here comes the big drum roll, gang. Who's going to win today? There we are, and it's ticket number 623. Ticket number 623 has won the prize. I'll put it there. It's up to you to claim, okay? And all these tickets now go in here, ready for next Super Draw, which will be at the end of the month, okay? Super Draw at the end of the month. Who's got ticket number, what did I say? Who's got ticket number 623? Time to claim. Time to claim. Who is it? 623. 623. 623 is the one for you. 123. 123. 623 is the one for you. Ticket number 623 on your blue hymn books, please. Oh, Paul and Lou losing again, my loves, aren't you, my love? Paul and Lou are losing again. Never mind. Right, while we're waiting for that, Brooklyn Beckham, he's getting married. Oh, bit early, 21, too early to get married. Anyway, him and his now fiancée are reportedly set to splash the cash in a major way for their wedding. How much? How much are they sending? The 21-year-old has asked actress and billionaire heiress Nicola to marry him and confirmed she said yes in a cute Instagram snap. Oh, do you want to see them? Do you want to see them? Look, loving each other. One moment. Let me show you them loving each other. 1 second. Where is it now? Ba 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 da ba. There we are. Oh, hang on. Because he's quite good looking, isn't he? There you go. Oh. Why can't that happen to me? Why doesn't anyone want to marry me? Oh. But he's going to spend loads of money. I think it was something like £2 million on the wedding. Don't suppose he'll be turning up at the local Scout Up with a mobile disco, will he? David and Victoria are thrilled. They feel he's finally met a girl who is not after him for fame or money. In fact, her family's wealth dwarfs the Beckhams. Excellent. That's why she wants him, love. Nicola and Brooklyn's parents met earlier this year. David and Victoria flew to Florida and stayed with Nelson and his wife, Claudia. And they do look lovely. I'm sure there was a picture of him once and he went to visit a gay club. Probably not to find a boyfriend, but he just wanted to see. Yeah, we get a lot of straight people come in gay clubs. Oh, yes. Blokes, ladies, they just want to be there. And when I started, so that's a nice story there, isn't it? That's a nice story there. When I first started working in gay clubs in the 80s, I always knew that at some point all clubs and pubs will merge together. Yeah. Apart from the places where strange things happen, you know. The general thing is that they will all come together and everyone will be just one big happy family. And that does seem to be happening as time goes on there. All right. How are we doing on time? 31 minutes there. Is that all? I think that might be all the stories there, actually. Oh, we got one, couple more stories. Here's one. If you've got someone in your life who's on their way out, so to speak, All right, this is an interesting story, a nice story in the Daily Mail this morning. Patients can still hear what is being said to them when they are nearing the end of their life, according to this in the Daily Mail today. Even when the patient is unconscious and close to death, according to the paper, they still have their sense of hearing and can hear what their loved ones are saying to them. It's nice to be able to think that, really, isn't it? The study by the University of British Columbia focuses on patients transitioning from life to death when the body begins to shut down, rather than people in a coma, reports the Times. It's the first study to run tests into unconscious hearing at the end of life. So what they're saying is that when someone is laying out unconscious, they may look that they can't hear you, but they can, according to this story. They identified brain signals generated in response to complex tonal changes by playing a series of tone patterns to a young and healthy control group before replicating the test on a small number of hospice patients. So there you go, gang. I mean, perhaps always a good idea to, well, I mean, you do normally anyway, you know, if you can be with someone while perhaps someone is doing that. While perhaps someone is on their way out, then sit next to them. You know, always sit next to them. Okay, alrighty. Right, what we're doing now, I think. Yes, what we're doing the bingo tickets now. Sorry, not the bingo tickets now. We'll do the bingo last because there'll be people that don't want to play, and we're just testing it out. Okay, and just gives a few more tickets to come through the system. And what have you, if it takes a little while to come through. So if you want a bingo, if you want a raffle ticket for next Monday's raffle, please speak now. All you got to do is say ticket, please, and then after this we'll do the birthdays, and then we'll do our little bingo test game. What a long show today, isn't it, eh? All right, so raffle tickets at the ready. Here we go. Where's my pen? Maureen first. Maureen 767 for Maureen. Request your bingo tickets now, my darling. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's see if anyone's claimed the bingo. Where are we? Fran Green. Well done, Fran. 623 on the blue tickets. Fran Green is our raffle winner this morning. Well done, Fran. You win a fridge magnet, darling. There you go, my darling. 623 on the blue ticket is Fran Green, baby. Okay, darling? All right, my love. You know what to do, Fran. Just send us an email to that address there. Put your address on it because I don't keep the addresses. And I'll put that fridge magnet in the post for you tomorrow. Unless you, I think you might have already got one, unless you're giving it to someone else. All right? Let us know, my love. Okie doke. Let's have a scroll down. Who's asking for tickets? Where are we getting to? Here we go. Michael Lawrence then. That's the first one I can see there, is it? Oh, you'd like Paul and Lou to have the fridge magnet. Check that out. Paul and Lou, get the fridge magnet. Yes, you can. Paul and Lou, send me your address. You have at last, well, I haven't actually, I hate to say it, you still haven't won anything. Or it doesn't say I'm a winner, though, or does it? Doesn't say, now you couldn't have that. If it said I'm a winner, I wouldn't be able to give that to you, right? But it doesn't. It just says 2020 on there. So you can have that. Paul and Lou, look at that. Fran, out of the goodness of her little heart, my love, has given you that fridge magnet. How kind, because they've never won anything, Paul and Lou. They've been here for months. Longer than most of you have been, actually. Not most of you, like Shania's been here for years as well. Can't get rid of her, my love. Lovely Shania. The Shania and Father Joe show every Sunday on YouTube. All right, here we go then. Maureen, I've done Maureen, 767. Michael Lawrence, 768. Mick Davenport, 769. Denise Andrews, 770. 771 for Diane Jebb. Shania, 772. Peter Joe Woodroffe, 773. Jason Hughes, 774. Just scrolling up a little bit there, my loves. Jason Hughes there. Jason, where do we get to? Jason, where are you, my love? There we go. Ross Herndine, 775. Jason Herndine, 77. Ross Herndine, 775. Peter Wright, 776. Colin Kay, 777. Claire, 778. James doesn't want... Do you not want a ticket, James? That's all right. You don't have to have a ticket. Some people don't want a raffle ticket. That's fine. That's okay, my love. Simon Steele, 779. Fran, 780. Just scrolling up there. Shana wishing. Tony King, 781. All right, Gary Ross. Good morning, Gary. Is that everyone? Okay, looks like I've done all the raffle tickets. If I've missed you out, then please speak now. Always make sure you put ticket in that message, because that's... I'm looking for the word ticket. Anything else, I'll skip over it, all right? Otherwise, we never get to the end of it. So if you didn't get a raffle ticket then, please speak now, or forever hold tiny little tongues. Right, let's just do today's birthdays, and then we'll move on to our little bingo. There's only 5 birthdays today. Happy birthday today to Damo. You are actually one of my favourite people, Damo. You don't realise that, do you? I think you're a great character. Damo Allen. Happy birthday, 30 years old today. He does some drag. Happy birthday, Damo. Christopher Lloyd, who I haven't seen for years and years. Hello, Christopher. I don't know if you watch this or not. Probably not. No one else does. Happy birthday, Christopher. Sean Sears, who's a big-time DJ, sort of around about the same time as me. We did a couple of trips abroad together with other people as well. Happy birthday to Sean Sears. Stefan Brown, young Stefan. Are you still dancing? Happy birthday, Stefan. And Elliott Estrada Brown. Happy birthday to you as well. Happy birthday, gang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday, boys and girls. All right. There you go. Right, let's see how we're getting on with this bingo thing now. I can see some of you don't seem to have got your tickets. Let me just have a look. I can see what's going on here, possibly. By having a little look here, 9:24 a.m. Why is it 9:24 a.m.? 9:25. Oh, I see. That's American time, is it? Morris hasn't gone. Collins. Let's have a look now. I wonder if they're still going out. I don't know. Oh, next page. That's the next page. Yeah. All green lights on there. Mick Davenport says here yours has been delivered to your hotmail.com. I don't know why you can't see it. Says it's been delivered. Who's the other one? Peter Wright didn't get his. Is it just 2 of you? Peter Wright. Because I can now see where they've been delivered and where they haven't. Processing. Barry's not got hers. D. Andrews. Oh, hang on a minute. Is that yesterday's? No, that's 1307. 1307. D. Andrews at Ymail. We should have changed that. That should have changed. $11.07. Oh, no, that's the 11th, isn't it? 11:07, 13:07, 13. Yes, Mari's not getting hers. 13:07. D Andrews. Why is your wire mail address still on there? 1 minute. D, did you get yours or not? D Andrews. No, that should have been changed to Let's see if D got hers. Did you get yours, D? Can you let us know there? Joe Woodruff hasn't got hers. This is the whole idea of testing it, you see, so that we can get it right. All delivered there. Right, so that's gone back to Sundays now. So D Andrews, it says here you did yours has gone back to Ymail, and yet I've changed your Oh, hang on a minute, that's Friday. Virtual test for game Friday. Oh, I see what's happened. It's tried to send Friday's one again, has it? Did you get today's one, D? I need to know that. Let's see. You did. Okay, so that has worked. Okay. Right. Mari's ones are not going out. That's the Ymail thing, I think, Mari. Someone else had Ymail. Now, was it Diane Jebb? Yes, Diane. Let's see if hers got there. Dates. Oh, we don't want that one. So it's the 13th. The 13th we want. Just the 13th, please. 13 to 13 search. Right, now we can just see which one's for today. Peter's one hasn't got there. Neither has Ecotech. So sky.com. Who's night worker? Which one's night worker? Could that be Joe? Yes, that's Joe, right? I can see on my screen it says processing, so it's just not getting to you. I don't know why. It's okay. I'll be on to the email delivery people. Pure Whispers hasn't got there. Who's that now? Is Diane H. She's a Yahoo. Diane hasn't got hers. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Diane. There's Diane's one. Saturday, Monday. Come on, we want the Monday ones. Monday. And that's it. So, delivered. Right. McDavenport is the only other one then, isn't it? What's his email? Oh, it's as name. There it is. Delivered. It says your one's been delivered. Why you can't see it, I don't know. Yours is the only one that says it's been delivered, and you say you can't find it. I don't know where it is then, Mick. Has Mandy got hers? Mandy's not on this. Is she on there? Yes, she is. Mandy, did you get yours all right? Is it hotmail.com or is it hotmail.u.k, your one, Mick, there? Christopher Williams can't find his. I can't see your one at all, actually, Chris Williams. Can't see anything gone at all to you. 1 minute. Well, at least it's working for most people, isn't it, eh? Yeah, let's see if we can sort out these other people. Let's have another look for Chris Williams's one. What's the email? Oh, there we go. Chris, there you go. Yeah, according to my thing there, Mr. Williams, your one has been delivered. There's only 3 that haven't gone out for whatever reason. Peter Wright, Joe Woodroffe and Diane H. We'll have another look for the Peter Wright one. At the moment, I don't know why you haven't got those. I think that's at the top of the list, the ones that didn't go, isn't it? Somewhere. There we are. There it is. Still processing. You're on Sky, aren't you? Strange. Right, well, I'll get onto the email people and see if I can find out why they didn't go out there for some reason. Strange. Very strange and mysterious, isn't it? Hello to LaBelle. Good morning, LaBelle. Hello, LaBelle. No, Michael, we're trying to sort out the bingo. I thought that was pretty obvious, didn't you? Mick got his last night. Mandy hasn't got hers either. And again, that says delivered. Your one says delivered. Right, well, I don't think we'll bother doing the game then, because that's something that needs to be looked at, isn't it? So I've got Mandy Davenport says hers hasn't been delivered. Should I try sending again? Let's try sending again. Right, I'm going to send the same cards again, all right? Here we go. And it will say on it, send to. Send second time. Okay. Let's see what happens. Show is actually finished, Michael, if you want to go, if you're bored now, darling. We only did this to test it out for the people so we can get the bingo running. Let me put these bingo tickets away for you while we're waiting for those to come through. All right. Do 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 do. Oh, put me in the wrong bleeding thing. Oh no! What numbers were they? 700s. 767. That was Maureen was the first, wasn't it? 767. There we go. That's it. Put me in the wrong blooming thing then. Lovely Diane, Shania, Simon, Little Joe, Ross. What's the one in there now? That's right. Where's the other one gone? What's that one there? Oh. Okay. Was the first one Maureen, wasn't it? Maureen 767, so it's the ones above that. There we go. All sorted. So much hard work to hear. Oh yeah, let's do those other raffle tickets there. Right, lots of bingos there. Your Gmail. Get Fiona could deliver them via email. That's a good idea. Good morning, Sean Pye. Morning. Morning, Sean. All right. All right. Let's have a look at my email sending thing now. Oh, I just pulled a number there. Accidentally. Yeah, everyone's got their second ones. Builders will want tea shortly, so I must go and make them a cup of tea. A cup of tea. Listen, a cup of tea. Meant it. Mara is 9:41. What are we on now? So yeah, 10:41. 10:41. No, that would be the old one, wouldn't it? Processing. Email activity. Between 13 and 13. Search. Let's have a look now. 9:53. 10:53. Oh, it's good that 9:53. That'd be the 9:53 one, wouldn't it? I don't know. Just give that a little while to work through the system there, and we'll see what happens. Shania, have you not got yours, Shania? Oh, you have got yours. Okay. Denise got her second lot, so yours is all working. Mandy's hasn't got hers. Fiona got hers. Isn't that strange? I know there's something wrong with the Yahoo, but there's some of the others as well are not coming up there for some reason. Always something to try, isn't there? Oh, I've got my second one there. Let's just do some bingo tickets, so just while we're giving the system a while to work its way through there. Andy 782. Michael Bowman 783. That's why we're sitting here doing this. Adrian 784. Gorian 785. Do, 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 do. 785. That's all our raffle tickets done for today, I think. Yes. Right, so let's have another look at this thing. Closing that. Right. Okay. Chris Williams has got his. Oh, yeah. Jason, the first lot inbox, the second lot in junk. Paul and Lou didn't get one. Managed contestants. What name should Paul and Lou be under? I don't remember adding you, actually. What name are you under, Paul and Lou? The name that comes for your emails. Can you tell us and we can have a look there? Paul and Lou? Well, I don't see a Paul on there. I don't think you're on there, actually. Where were yours, Paul and Lou? Can you let us know? That one there. Select. I've got to do something there as well. Right. No, I don't remember adding you to the system. Did you reapply to add Paul and Lou? Did you reapply to add on there? If you didn't and you just think you didn't need to, that's fine. Just let us know so I know I haven't made a mistake then. That's all I want to know, really. Can you just give me a second? Oh, no, it's here, isn't it? I've got to do something for the email as well. We're going to try and send once more, and then I'm going to have to play you a bit of music while I go for a wee because I'm getting a bit desperate now. All right. we go. It's done now. Okay. Let's see what Paul and Lou. You don't think you did? Okay, that's fine. I'll put you on now. I can do that now. That's the wonderful thing about this. We can do all this now. Paul and Lou. Save that one. Okay, there was another couple of people to add, which I might as well do while I'm here. And then we're going to try once more and send you these tickets. Where are you now? There we go. Mr. King, Tony King. Oh, I see. You're on there already, are you? 1 minute. Oh, no, you're not. Okay, Tony King then. I've done you there, Tony. I think you're with us this morning. Right. That's done. And Wayne Crombie. Let's add him. Wants to be added. Save that one there. Okay, it's done. Was that everyone? Right, I think that's everyone there. Okay. Right, I think what we'll do now is I'm just going to close that program. Bring it up again. Let's create another game. Right, I'm going to delete the game I've sent you. Okay. That's gone now. Create game 2, which is say 13:07:20. At 11:10 a.m. That's what it's going to be called, okay? Add everyone in there. Save that. Right. Set the current game to that. Select. Yes. Now I'm going to send the cards again. Let's see what happens. (11:10 a.m. and it will say third test at the bottom. Here we go. Sending. Right, let me just play you a little tune while I go and have a little wee. Hope you don't mind, my darling. What shall we have? Let's have something classical. Something classical. Here we go. Here we go. isn't it? Da, 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 da. That's quite nice, wasn't it? Right. Paul and Lou have got theirs. Excellent. How did we do on that one? Let's see how we did on that one. Mandy's got hers. Look at that. Maybe they just need to be a little bit longer to come through. Thank you, Gary. You're very kind. We try to get things right, my darlings. There we are. All right, shall we wait a bit longer? What's that? Suppressions. I don't know what that is. Activity. There we go. Activity. Just want the tickets for the 13th. And search. See what comes up there. I must reset the time on here because it's like all an hour backwards and it's confusing me, I must say. Rachel's got hers. Amelia. Michael Parman, yes. ML Clark, who's that? ML, who's ML? That one's still processing now. ML. Who's ML? Claire. She's not getting it this time. Peter's ones just won't go at all. Neither will. Night worker. Which is Joe. Your ones won't go either, Joe. I don't know why. Pure Whispers, that won't go. Ecotech, there's all Yahoo. Mari won't go. Where's Mari's ones? Yeah, there was see game 2 on there. Claire's got the third one. Sixty-seven. I wonder if it's worth me deleting and then trying. Yeah, I'm going to try and do that. Let's delete Mick and re-add him. I'm sorry to be filling up all your inboxes today with various different cards. Just delete them as they come in, all right? We must try and get this going for everyone. Right. So that's him. Ah, Peter's now got his. Right. Okay, in that case, I'm not going to change your email. Big Kim. Big Kim Ding-a-ling. Oh, don't tell the lefties that one. They're crucify you for that, Gary. Big King Ding-a-ling. Fantastic. Yeah, Joe's isn't Yahoo, is it? Let's see if it said anything about Joe's email. I can't see Joe's one on there at all. Right. You're a night worker, aren't you, Joe? Let's have a look. There she is there. Right, I'm going to take you off and re-add you. There she is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take you off there and put you back on again. Right. And right, okay. Oh, Joe, you've just said yes. Why have you said yes? Oh, sorry, I'm just checking your name there, isn't it? Sorry. Right. Right, last try. Oh, what does that mean? Let's try that again. Do. Okay. Right. Let's see what happens now. Manage games. Let's delete that one. Gonna send game 3 this time, and let's see what happens this time. All right. We've taken people off now, and 11:25. Evening, Gary. You still there? I'm surprised you're all there. Let's see if they get there this time. Hello, George. Can show and deliver on her lawnmower. Good idea. Or Gary on his little thing there. No raffle ticket for Paul and Lou? You left that a bit long, didn't you? Why didn't you ask an hour ago when I was doing those? 786. All right. 786 for your raffle ticket there. Evening, Martin. Have you been there all that time, Martin? Right, we'll see this. I won't be sending this one to the BBC, Stu, no. I want to see if Peter and Mick have got theirs. Yes, Joe's got hers. Right. Oh, just a minute. This is an important call. Hello, Alex. Oh, sorry, Nikki. I do that every single time, don't I? I'm going to write that down, change the name. Go on, my love. What we got? Oh yeah, surprise. Okay, 20th of July. Lovely. Absolutely brilliant. Well done, my love. Are you putting that? And that's back on the market now, is it, or what? Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can try. Whatever you think. Whatever you think. Whatever you think. Do we? Okay. Do we have to have like special cleaning now as well? Do we have anything like that? Yeah. But we do that anyway, don't we? So right. Okay. All right. Lovely. All right. Thanks very much. Cheerio now. Bye. Oh, lovely, ladies. Just doing it with the flats there. I should have played you music there. You're listening to the damn phone call there. Never mind. Hello, Mark Bowles, 787. Right, just got out of bed, have you, love? Jesus Christ. If you'd been round here, you wouldn't have got out yet. Thank you, Mark. 787 for you, Mark. 787. Didn't someone have 787? Oh, it was 767. Who was that? Maureen, was it? Who's it? Oh, it was Maureen 767. I thought I'd heard that number before. Thank you very much, darling. All right. Well, I don't see why we can't play a game then. Daniel Holmes. Now, Daniel Holmes, I don't know how much attention some people pay on this programme sometimes. I always say the same thing. I'm going to go for the list, right? When I get to the end, I'll let you know. If I've missed you out, please speak then. So why have you left it till now? I'll tell you why you've left it till now, because people are doing other things, aren't they? And they don't listen properly. Daniel Holmes, 788. Thank you. 788. There you go. Right, is that everyone there? Morning, Alan Wainwright. Hello to you. I'm in for number 3. Mark's been up for a few hours. Oh, didn't have time to come and say hello to us, though, did you, love? How rude. Alan Wainwright's there as well now. 789, Alan, thank you. Alan Wainwright for you. Any deep breathing on the other end? No, I'm afraid not, my love. Fiona, how are we doing on this? Mick Davenport, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Right, we might as well play a game now. Now, I don't know how the tickets look to you. Oh, yes, I do. I've got mine here. Oh, I see how it works. Right. Who was it? So was someone... I couldn't believe it. It was someone last week when we did our first test, and he quickly sent us a message saying not all the numbers are there. Well, you don't get every box on a bingo ticket filled with numbers, okay? It doesn't work like that. Not all boxes are filled with numbers, okay? So I can see it now. We're now going to play... We're now going to play Game 3, 11:25, 13:07:20. All right? That's the game we're going to play now. Right. Now, another couple of things I've got to do is bingo board. That's it, isn't it? We should also have... where's the clock thing? We need the clock thing as well. Where's the clock thing? Bingo board and clock, isn't it? That's it. Bingo board and clock. Oh, I don't have the bingo board there yet, so... Oh, there it is. What don't I have there? The bingo board. Okay, so let me paste that. Is that right? Yes, good. And that works, doesn't it? One of the other things I haven't done yet is put the new lovely graphics that Gavin Bass made for us. So I'll try and get that done as well today. There's so much to do. All right, it's nearly Sunday again now, Gary. Everyone seems to be happy. Right, so what we did... Everyone's got their tickets. Are any of the Yahoo people still there? Did they have any luck with that lot at all, as a matter of interest? Anyone there? Joe's got all the emails. There you go. So Martin's quite right there. It may take a little while to get all the bits and pieces. But there we go. All right, come on, let's play. Let's have a game, shall we? Just for fun. No. No, you've been blooming patient today. We'll give away one of our bingo free tickets, all right? One of our little fridge magnets, okay? I'll put one of those in the post to the winner. Now it all gets a bit serious now, doesn't it? Eh? All gets a bit serious now. There's a prize involved here. Okay, so here we go. Eyes down, boys and girls. Here comes your first number. Is that showing on there? No, it's not. 1 minute. Bingo board. There it is. Bingo board. Diane's got hers as well on Yahoo. Excellent. Right. There's another little... What I might do is uninstall the program and reinstall the whole thing again and see what happens. Right, here we go. Ready? Diane's got hers. Well, that is good news. Right, so remember we're now playing Game 3, 11.25, 13.07.20. Here we go. 4 and 6, 46. 1 and 8, 18. 7 and 9, 79. All the 5s, 55. 6 and 7, 67. Hello, Frank. 5 and 7, 57. Boris's Boudoir, number 10. All on its own, number 6. Ooh. Two Fat Ladies, 88. Or Two Fat Chris Reardon's, 88. 7 and 1, 71. All on its own, number 2. All the 4s, 44. Just a second. Sorry, gang. I'm starting to hear noises now. I think the boys are... I'm surprised how quiet they are doing the roof next. Probably clearing me out while I'm sitting here doing this. All the 4s, 44. All the 6s, 66. Are you off, Sean? See you later, Sean. 8 and 4, 84. 5 and 9, 59. 6-0, blind 60. 1 and 2, 12. 3 and 9, 39. All on its own, number 9. 2 and 7, 27. All the 1s, legs 11. 8 and 1, 81. 1 and 6, sweet 16. 4 and 7, 47. 5 and 6, 56. All the 7s, 77. Oh, I was looking at my monitor there. Can see what you can see. which means it's behind the main screen. And I'm looking at there and I've called out a number, and of course it's not the number on there because I haven't got to it yet on the monitor. And I thought, what's gone wrong? Anyway, 77, 8 and 7, 87. 7 and 4, 74. All on its own, number 7. 5 and 1, 51. 4 and 9, 49. Two little ducks, 22. Quack, quack. 1 and 3, unlucky for some, 13. 1 and 4, 14. 8 and 5, 85. 8 and 6, 86. 4 and 8, 48. All on its own, number 3. 7 and 6, 76. 7 and 3, 73. All right, Shania, love. Have a good day at work. 3 and 2, 32. 2 and 3, 23. 3 and 7, 37. 4 O blind, 40. 5 and 4, 54. 4 and 3, 43. 8 and 9, 89. 7 O blind, 70. 6 and 5, 65. 4 and 2, 42. 6 and 4, 64. 3 and 5, 35. 2 and 9, 29. I think I know why it wasn't working now. 6 and 1, 61. 7 and 5, 75. 5 O blind, 50. All on its own, number 5. 2 and 8, 28. Top of the shop, blind, 90. 7 and 8, 78. 5 and 3, 53. I know that mark. 2 and 1, 21. 8 and 3, 83. 2 and 6, 26. You're right, Fran. I can see it in front of me, yeah. It's marvellous. Absolutely marvellous how this works. 1 and 9, 19. 6 and 3, 63. 3 and 1, 31. 4 and 5, 45. 8 and 2, 82. 5 and 2, 52. All on its own, one fat Chris, number 8. All on its own, number 4, half my size. 3 and 8, 38. All right, you've got a minute to claim your prize. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Who's won? Someone's won. Shout bingo in the chat box now, please. I quite like doing the fast games, but I'll come to that in a moment if you want me to talk a bit longer. I don't know why you want me to talk a bit longer than I have already done today. Jesus Christ. Good job I got the air conditioning there. It would be ever so hot. All right. Do you like the board? It's nice, isn't it? That board game. Terry likes the new board. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Mandy was in the shower. Dear me. Oh, I don't think they're there. They were here earlier. Ba ba da 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 da. No, not either is any good, Claire. Only the game we're playing. All right, let's carry on. That winner is not here. I'm surprised they were there earlier. Let's carry on for a winner, okay? Here we go. 2-0, blind 20. And 7 and 2, 72. Once again, you have 1 minute. Oh, the clock might not work now because I didn't take it off then, did I? Hang on, let's do that and do that and do that. Might work, might not. Or will it just get stuck at 1:30? There you go. Someone's won. 72. Who's won? I'll tell you why we don't have fast games in a minute. Peter Wright wins on bingo. There we go. There you go. So you know it can't possibly be fixed when the most annoying person who's ever been on this chat box wins, don't you? Do you see what I mean? So you can't ever accuse me of fixing it when someone I don't want to win wins. And the winning numbers are 5, 11, 16, 21, 28, 37, 40, 47, 52, 63, 66, 71, last number 72, 85 and 88. There we go. We have a winner. There you go. I don't think so. I don't think so, because if there was one person on here I wouldn't want to win, it would be Peter Wright. Absolutely. The most annoying people one of the most annoying persons I've ever come across in my life. Really is. Just annoying. There you go. So you win a fridge magnet if you could just email me your full postal address, and that'll be off to you in the post this morning, along with Fran's fridge magnet. In actual fact, it's a shame Fran wasn't here because she won that one as well, actually. Fran did won that one as well. Okay, she won, but because she wasn't here, it carried on to the next game. Well, that's working okay now. Now, I think what happened, right? I was on a trial of the email system type thing. Bye-bye, Denise. Cheerio then, Denise. Bye-bye, my love. Thank you for joining us, Denise. Lovely lady. Lovely lady. Lovely lady. What was I saying? Oh, yes. We was on the trial email thing. And then while I was sending out the emails on the not the last one, the one before, I got a message saying I've used all my emails up for the day. To upgrade, do this. So I did that. That's what you saw me doing something in the corner. That was my credit card. Obviously, I'm not going to show you that, right? And that's what I was doing. Put my credit card, I waited a while, then I sent out the third lot, and then you all miraculously got your bingo tickets, didn't you? So that must be something to do with that, I would imagine. Oh, dear. So why I wanted it's got to be something to do with that, I reckon. All right. So there we are. Good. That's working nice and properly now, I'm very pleased to say. Bingo. Why don't we go fast? Right, there's a couple of reasons for that. There's a couple of reasons why we don't go fast. Number one is because there are some people on this channel with learning difficulties, as you well know. All right, so I try and keep it at their pace. The other reason is there is a limited amount of prizes. You know, if I had a load of money coming in from somewhere, and there you go, there's £200 for the prizes this week. I would quite happily sit here and bang out 10 games in an hour and a half, easy. Very, very happy to do that. Very, very happy to do that. But there isn't. Okay, there's a few quid coming here and there, as in super chats. They go on the prizes, but they don't cover the prizes, and that's why there's not an endless supply of prizes. Okay, and that's the reason for it. Yeah, we get away with 3 games here. A raffle goes out, a pen goes out, and it may not seem a lot all in one at the time. You know, give away a pen on Tuesday night for the quiz night for the people. Give a little fridge magnet there and the postage, and it all adds up over the week. So you've got to be sensible with what's going out, and that's why there's only 3 games, and that's why they are at a fairly slow speed to stretch it out a bit. I'd love to do the games as I just did them there, actually. And then we stop in between numbers now and again and we have a little bit of a chat, don't we? You know, I think that would still be there. But I'd love to be able to do it that quick and give out like 10 prizes in a night. One of which would be like something substantial. I don't know, like a 32-inch television. I'd love to be able to do that. But it's just not possible to do that. Unless we was to get sponsored, I don't know, by blooming Tesco's or Waitrose or something like that, then that you know, I said, there you go, you've got £200 a week to give out prizes as long as you put this is sponsored by Tesco at the top. Then we could do that then, but that's just not on the cards. I can't see that ever happening, something like that. I'd love to. I absolutely would love to do that, but no, it's just not possible. All right. There you go. A couple of people with learning difficulties there. So that's why another reason why we try and keep the normal game fairly slow there for everyone to be able to keep up. All right. Are they new plants? No, that's I've had that quite a while. And the reason it's there is because the flowers come out. It's peace lilies. See? Peace lilies. They're pretty, aren't they? Very, very pretty peace lilies. Peace lilies to give peace to everyone. Peace and happiness to everyone. Peace and happiness to everyone. There you go. All right, that's it for the show today. Thanks very much for joining us, boys and girls. And you're all there still, aren't you? Most of you are all there. And you didn't have to be, but thanks for sending us, keeping us going there. And oh, no, it won't be a Toshiba telly. No, Gary. We won't be giving away a Toshiba telly. It would be an LG. But that I don't think that can ever happen unless someone else knows a way of that happening. And I'm all ears, but, you know, one of those things. Anyway, thanks for joining us on the show this morning. Back again tomorrow, 8:45, hopefully tomorrow. Again, I think the boys will still be doing this shed tomorrow, so it might be a little bit iffy with the time. I can't give an exact time tomorrow. Hopefully, 8:45. All right. And tomorrow night is quiz night. 8 o'clock is quiz night on a Tuesday. Once you see the poster go up, please share that to your various walls. I'd like to get to 100 people playing the quiz. That'd be quite nice, all those people joining in together. So that's tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for sticking with us today. And I think we're all ready to go now on a Sunday. Anyone else you know wants to join the bingo, just let us know, okay? Tell them to send me an email. I'll put their email on the system. But that seems to have worked. Seems to have worked what we've done there. Have a lovely day. See you soon. Bye-bye now.